And we are live. Good evening, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gem in the Crypto episode 401. Today is Friday, May 24th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 3-ish.
At 3-ish.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like we got a small lag on Facebook right now. It's coming. Boom, here we go. Jizzy Mac, what's going on? People are starting to load into the chat room, which is great. Before we get started, let's go ahead and talk about top stories of the day. Of course, Facebook aims to launch payments-focused crypto in 2020. Montana passes bill to exempt utility tokens from security laws. Blockchain browser Brave tests crypto tips for Twitter users. Local Bitcoins imposes restrictions on Iranian accounts. Kraken paid 250 salaries in Bitcoin last month. And last but not least, Maltese government awards 19 blockchain scholarships using their distributed ledger technology fund. But first, do we have a cryptic coin? Or I guess we had a bunch of cryptic coin winners from yesterday because a lot of people threw their addresses up, right?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people threw their addresses up. And our winner is Ryan Cooper. Shout out to you.
Here we go.
Thank you for your comment on our favorite shows and also adding the new cryptic coin address. Remember to put that new cryptic coin address for our winner today. So thank you for that.
What was his favorite show? Which one was it?
I just wrote it down. Didn't even write it. But we also had some comments about our CIAA show.
I saw that. It was a FINRA interview. That was cool.
Yeah, so we had a few of them. But thank you all for all the comments. Thank you for watching and definitely heading towards 500.
There we go. And we'll be shooting out some of that cryptic coin.
Yep.
KH, what's going on? KH said, caught it live. Hello, Tessa, Antonio, Madam Crypto, D. Chiron, Down at Muhammad. Hello.
What's going on?
Definitely want to give a shout out to as well. What's going on, Richard? Boom in the house. Good morning. That was good morning for you. What's going on, Mike, Bitcoin Outlaw? Want to give a shout out to Antonio, folks. You see all these thumbnail clips from all our shows previous, the AT&T one yesterday. Antonio does all those thumbnail clips. He does a great job, so definitely appreciate that, Antonio.
Shout out to him.
What's going on, Tommy Brown? All right, top story of the day. BBC reports Facebook aims to launch payments-focused cryptocurrency in 2020. Oh, my goodness. People, this is happening. We talked about it. I love how it's like a crypto orchestra here, and you got the Facebook cufflinks. Social media giant Facebook plans to launch its own payments-focused cryptocurrency, Global Coin, in 2020, according to BBC News report published by May 24th. On May 24th. Now, there was another story on this as well on Cointelegraph, where it looks like they may or may not have been consulting or getting consultations from the Winklevoss twins over at Gemini. If that story is true, oh my goodness, those guys, I mean, this is terrible. Fight back, fight for yourself. It's like an abusive relationship. They just keep going back.
Oh yeah, well, the best part about this story is that some of the old names that we've made fun of and called dinos have come up, including Bank of England Governor Mark Carney, who was actually a former dino of the day. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg actually met with him last month to discuss the prospects and risks involving its cryptocurrency launch. So you know what type of launch they're trying to have. It's all the dinosaurs we don't really mess with. They're also having discussions with Western Union, another company.
So everybody's team crypto now, huh?
Yeah,
as long as they can control it.
As long as they can control it, you know where Facebook is headed. They've already had the data leak. You know what's going on with security, and Mark Zuckerberg does not blink. So I do not trust Global Coin. The name is trash. It's corny to me.
I was about to get
Global
there.
Coin. Hopefully that's just an internal thing, and then they name it something else. But even Libra, the project they have to present this cryptocurrency, is kind of corny in lieu of Gemini being already a name. So the social media giant's forthcoming native cryptocurrency will seek to disrupt or altogether bypass banking networks.
Something that Bitcoin does, right?
Bitcoin already does this, people. Do not be fooled. This is exactly what they want. They want you to get on Facebook and think, hey, I can use this for global payments, remove financial barriers, and lessen consumer costs, which it will in the fiat world, but they will control it. They can't cut off payments. They have all of your information. It's the same thing. It'll just be a bank on Facebook, basically. So cryptocurrency is a stretch.
It's crazy here. Going back to what you just said about the name. It's called Global Coin, right?
Global Coin.
I'm confused of how you can call your crypto Global Coin when they already said they want it to be backed by USD, United States dollars.
Hey, we run the world apparently.
Right. That doesn't sound global. It's like, it's a global coin for everyone, but we're only going to pair it with the USD price. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, as you see in this article here, They said, aside from this, the firm has reportedly consulted with the United States Treasury officials on operational and regulatory matters. This is the issue when it comes to crypto and some of these big institutions, like you said, Western Union, all of a sudden, Bank of England governor who says so much negative stuff about crypto already, Facebook, all these people, they have access to the United States Treasury officials. That is not crypto. Crypto is literally a 10-year-old can go online right now and make a new cryptocurrency, people. And everyone can use it. They can do an ICO. They can do all that. That is perfectly legal, even though they want you to believe it's illegal. It's not illegal. What's happening is you're being extorted by a government that's telling you something's legal and saying, if you don't give us your money, we're just going to arrest you. And if you don't allow us to arrest you, we're going to kill you. I mean, they're literally saying if you go to A to Z, it's like, well, if you don't play by our crypto rules, we'll just kill you. Because we'll either arrest you. If you don't want to get arrested, we'll just have police. But the point is you have the United States Treasury officials on this thing. Who knows United States Treasury officials for operational and regulatory matters? These are the roadblocks we talk about, that the barriers of entry that they try to put in so that normal mom and pops can't get involved in crypto when literally 2.5, 3 years ago, none of these people even wanted to hear the word. Now all of a sudden you have you spoken with a Treasury official yet? It's like, I don't know where their offices are at. Is this in New York or something, DC? I don't know. But,
I don't know these people. But
this is crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, added to the list too for the banking project or the project backing they're going to get, Visa and MasterCard. 2 more that said they want nothing to do with cryptocurrency. And I think we see why now. I think they've known all along they would go this route because, I mean, the list is Mark Carney, Visa, MasterCard, the U.S. Treasury. These are all Western Union. These are all people who have come out and said, have come out and said they would never use Bitcoin or they don't like Bitcoin. And this is exactly why. We see why now. Facebook coin, or global coin as they call it, looks like it's coming soon. Sounds pretty corny, but it's going to launch regardless.
Well, we said this was going to happen too because, the government, as much as they want to do one, they're like, well, the government nationalizes it, then technically we have to pay our citizens. But if a third party does it and we just use it, i.e. the Federal Reserve, then we can go ahead and continue taxing people and printing fake money. So we thought it would be Gemini or Coinbase who would lead the way on that. But just like in years past, Mark Zuckerberg came, sidestepped, stiff-armed both of the brothers and said, no, we'll actually be the main currency you all go to. So it looks like Facebook, as you said, is positioning themselves to be the coin the government uses.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. What's going on? Bartley, 2007, he called it Fed's book, and he also, or he or she also says, save time and send your wallet addresses directly to the feds.
Exactly.
Might as well. What's going on? Ryan Cooper, PFC Wells. What's going on? Trek.
Jizzy Mac, what's up?
Jizzy, everybody up in here. Sergeant Crypto said, we got these receipts. Tell them. We have video receipts. That's the worst ones, too. I can't wait till all these big companies do their marketing campaign where we've been in crypto since day one, since 2007 when we were helping Satoshi write the white paper. I mean, can you not see that marketing commercial? And then I'm just gonna
room with us and Craig Wright.
I'm gonna get a snippet of that commercial they finally have in the next. It looks like it's gonna come in the next year or so, 6 months to a year, and then I'm gonna have the second half of that commercial of us with the date from like 2017 saying, so when JP Morgan, when Bank of Governor England or whatever, when all these people come out and say something with their marketing plan, I mean, it's going to be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Next up, Trek said, I was just doing a live stream too, LL. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Hey, crypto, we all in here.
Oh, yeah.
Montana passes bill to exempt utility tokens from securities laws.
Oh, yeah. Let's give them a hand. Shout out to Montana.
Shout out Montana.
They're killing it in the Midwest.
What is going on here with this story?
Oh, yeah. Well, House Bill 584, titled Generally Revised Laws Relating to Cryptocurrency, was signed by the governor of Montana, good old Steve Bullock. Add him to the good list. It was initiated by State Representative Shane Morgo. The bill, it was first read in February 2019 and has now passed with a 33-15 vote. So pretty overwhelming vote there. The new law defines a utility token as a digital unit that is created and recorded on the blockchain, is capable of being exchanged without a third party, and is issued to enable owners to access a good or service. So if you have a token that you get through an IEO or ICO or STO, you'll be able to use that token for whatever utility it has without it being called a security. Because we all know once it gets called security, you got to deal with the SEC and you have to deal with whatever else litigation and paperwork.
Which, by the way, is made up again.
There's another just barrier just thrown in there. Like, yeah.
Made up.
They just called it ICO. So, the utility token transaction, all right, it has to meet a bunch of requirements. And one of the things is it can't be used for speculative or investing purposes. So we'll see if they actually extend it to tokens that gain value or just utility tokens that are essentially stable coins. So that's kind of the big thing we're trying to figure out now. But this is a step in the right direction. They're joining Wyoming. They're joining Colorado. They're basically saying, hey, we're the states everybody forgot about. But in the future, if we already have this litigation and stuff and legislation in place, people will come here, bring their business. So shout out to Montana.
Yeah, shout out. Again,
I won't be there, but
exactly. I was about to say, as much as I love this, just to play devil's advocate, people, the scary thing here is that for everything they give you, let's say, well, this is not, utility tokens aren't STOs, wherever. Yay for Montana, we're happy. But they're still setting the precedent that, hey, we get to decide what this thing is. Oh, yeah. That is a scary thing because literally as quick as they say it, all it takes is for some local banker to say, do you want to be reelected next year or not with this fund right now? And then all of a sudden next Tuesday they'll say, you know what? We changed our mind. Yeah. All this stuff fall under securities. Yeah, Howey test of 1895 still stands stronger. 1920, whenever the Howey test came out. So that's the only scary thing. It's always good when they go in the right direction.
True.
But let's not forget also people that fickle government. They play that 50 to 100 year game, and one day is, hey, you can have these laws, and next day you can't.
Oh yeah, and you just don't want to be the frog boiling in the pot.
Right, exactly.
By the time you realize that you're dead, so they play long games, and we can see sort of legislation happening. So just remember, as soon as they cross that line where they're like, oh, and by the way, that's as soon as that's when you need to start getting your plane tickets.
We meant to tell you.
Yeah.
The game I peeped. Thank you for the tip. We appreciate it.
Thank you,
peace,
sir.
family. All right, next up, blockchain browser Brave tests crypto tips for Twitter users. That is right. Blockchain browser Brave is testing a new tipping function for social media platform Twitter on its nightly version. It's been announced on May 23rd. Of course, Bitcoin Zay has been a huge proponent of the Brave browser. So tell us a little bit more about this and how it's tipping on Twitter.
Oh yeah, so
tipping on
Fofo. It actually says here in the announcement on their website, when you visit Twitter in the Brave browser for your desktop, you will see a special tip button on each tweet. Tap on the tip button and send a tip directly to the author of the tweet. Tips are sent instantly and appear in the Brave Rewards account within minutes. This is also only used on desktop, so you can't do it through phone. But if you use Brave right now, to watch us or for other use cases, it's private, it's fast, and now you can tip through Twitter. That's one of the things people have said about Twitter is, hey, retweets and likes are straight, but what if I want to tip? $1 here, $2 there. You can do it through Brave now and do it using cryptocurrency. So it's one of those things where when you have so much innovation, they're way ahead of the curve. We've already seen lightning tips on Twitter. Brave is coming now, and they still don't have that solution through Twitter with just regular fiat Cash App money. And the dude who owns Twitter owns Cash App, and they still don't even have that together. So shout out to Brave. They have some good workers. The guy who created Firefox created Brave, so they definitely know what they're doing. Shout out to them.
And then Brave Rewards also allow users to tip creators on video sharing website YouTube while watching their videos as well. So a lot of stuff is coming out with that. And yeah, Antonio just said Tipping Me has a little competition from Brave.
Oh yeah,
it's interesting you said that. We almost did the Tipping Me article as well. We just chose the Brave one, but to piggyback on Antonio in the comments, he's right. Tipping Me actually just came out with an upgrade. I think it's like 1.0 version 1.0 now. Basically, it's changed its interface, and you can tip even easier on Twitter using Tipping Me as well. So there you go, people. You have the two people battling for tipping on Twitter, but what's even more interesting is that we're still using Twitter for this, because let's not forget what the next stage in this process is. While it's going to take a bit longer of a time, is going to be those decentralized applications or decentralized websites like Steam or like DLive or DTube and all that stuff. So when it comes to Twitter, it's cool to see you can tip people on it right now. But it's also going to be one of those things where what's going to happen next time? What's the CEO name again?
Twitter?
Yeah, Jack. Yeah. What's going to happen next time Jack says where you're not allowed to do these ads, or you're not allowed to send these tweets, or you're not allowed to do something. So it'll be pretty interesting to see that right now. But cool new addition to it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Jizzy Mac says, is Brave going to make people KYC to get tips is the question.
Ooh, wow.
It depends, I guess, how you receive it. That's one of the things we'll have to test and get back to you. But the good thing is you can still use Lightning. That's their call. That's completely not completely anonymous because it is your Twitter account, but you can use Lightning instead. That's the good thing about competition. Whatever one doesn't have, use it the other one. So
someone will. Oh man, disheartening story. We've talked about this website for a while now. It used to be great. It started going down, and it's officially in the gutter. I actually need to check and make sure I don't have any Bitcoin left on it. But local Bitcoins imposes restrictions on Iranian accounts.
Oh yeah, tap tap.
Wow,
So
exactly.
That
is a tap on the shoulder. If you watch this, you already know how we feel about this. Again, we try to be unbiased and objective as possible, even though we're American citizens. Don't get it wrong. We play for the home team, called upon. But during dialogue, we try to be unbiased. And, you know, one of the things with crypto is what we love is that you can't stop people from having money.
Yeah.
Good guys, bad guys, whatever. Everyone has access to finances. So when the U.S. goes about sanctioning different countries, you know, for whatever reason, national security or so they say, again, we say this is why crypto's here. This is the use case. So to see local Bitcoins all of a sudden come back around, and they basically ban users living in Iran, according to their website, as of today, May 24th. This is crazy.
Yeah, and you know, the crazy thing about most of these bans and getting rid of countries is what you said earlier. You can't stop money. All this is going to do is probably make them stronger, and they'll come up with their own. It's a black market there for Bitcoin already. And even though Coinbase and Binance doesn't allow it, apparently people in Iran have still been using Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin ATMs aren't going anywhere, peer-to-peer transactions. And then, like I said, these decentralized exchanges, once you can basically build a decentralized exchange, take the code, fork it off, and make a new one in literally a matter of minutes, like 30 minutes later, you'll just basically have people playing whack-a-mole. Like, you just shut down one, another one opens.
You're not going to stop a person's financial source. Like,
and I don't want my taxes going towards the regulations of this. But
even where I don't want my money going toward you trying to stop it.
Yeah, exactly. But this is based in Finland. So, you know, this is their financial regulations people. But, you know, Finland, of course, they get that tap on the shoulder from the U.S., who is like the world police. They're going to go through with it. So, unfortunate to see. But Iran, Venezuela, these places, they find a way, man. They're always going to find a way.
So to piggyback on what you said, here in the article, it says a source had previously told Cointelegraph in an email that the impetus for restricting Iranian transactions is to comply with financial regulations in Finland, as you just stated, where the headquarters of localbitcoins.com is located. Moreover, exchanges are purportedly cutting off Iranian users due to sanctions previously imposed on other exchanges by the United States, and that's, of course, Coinbase and Binance. So as you said, more than likely, United States tapped Finland, was like, we not cool no more?
Hey, my brother.
Yeah, what's going on? You out here working with the ops?
Hey, my brother, need to get up on it.
But again, the crazy thing about, like, just launch a missile at them. Launch a bomb. Because what are you really doing? If you're going to cut off a person's way to have money, there is no other direction to go but to become what the U.S. considers terrorists. But what I'm sure other countries, citizens, civilians think, like, what do you want us to do?
Yeah. You
are trying to stop other countries from doing trade with us and getting money. Because let's not get twisted. I don't care what country you're from or how you feel about the Middle East or Iran. Everyone in Iran isn't bad, right? The 8-year-old there isn't a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's just trying to eat some cereal in the morning, right? But how can he do it if we can't get any money to his family? So
exactly.
Here is crypto, and as you said, I can see it
supposed
happening.
To do the opposite.
It's going to
be the opposite of what crypto is supposed to do.
It's going to be whack-a-mole, as you said. As you said, they still don't understand that. Well, you can't use local Bitcoins, you can't use Coinbase, you can't use Binance. All right, let's grab a 16-year-old and have them just start a new cryptocurrency for us and a new website, and we'll just go through there.
Yeah,
it's literally
and they'll
that
keep
easy.
it within the state. So imagine if there's people who are not trying to have big exchanges, they just keep it in state and they actually grow from there. Yeah, that'll be a problem as well.
Yeah, PFC Wells said local Bitcoin just lost mad respect. It said Kuwait is right there, and I know they somehow are making things happen.
Oh yeah, man, you're not stopping the money.
No, and local Bitcoin, actually, we've been off them for a while. I think it was about a year and a half ago when all of a sudden they started doing the KYC, AML. For those who don't know what that means, it's know your customer, anti-money laundering laws and regulations, and that comes down from the government. But basically, they want like your blood type for you to do any financial transaction.
$20?
So it's crazy.
Yeah. What's your social security number?
Yeah.
What?
It's crazy.
Just one transaction.
But yeah, they're gone. Local Bitcoins is officially gone. Again, I think I have a little bit left on it because it was a few pennies of Bitcoin which weren't worth anything, but now it might be worth a couple of bucks. So yeah, if I were you folks, I would definitely get as far away from local Bitcoins as quickly as possible. Unless
they ban you.
Right, yeah. Before they ban you, or unless you are like doing some type of business where you're okay with all the KYC, AML and all that stuff, and you want the government to tax you until oblivion. So
yeah,
we'll see how that goes. Great news story here. Kraken paid 250 salaries to staff in Bitcoin last month. Exchange tells critic.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Let's keep it going.
Wow. So wait, you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me What are you saying? The year of our
the year of our Lord, 2019.
You can get paid in your full salary using Bitcoin.
Yes,
I don't believe
possible,
it. Tell me about this story. I don't believe this.
Oh yeah, definitely. So Kraken, they actually have paid 250 salaries to staff in Bitcoin last month, according, or they were responding to Peter Schiff, the CEO of Euro Pacific Capital, who we've given a Dino of the Day to. Mm-hmm. He's a big gold bug. He claimed there is no way people are going to work for salaries paid in Bitcoin. Now, for those of you who have watched us for long enough, you realize that is very false. Bitwage is a way to get it through there. Crypto jobs, peer-to-peer. If you just work with somebody, they can send you crypto. Send it to you. Any salary can be paid in Bitcoin. But Kraken added, by the way, they have an employee who took 100% of their payment in Bitcoin in 2012, and they retired in 2013.
Woo.
So that's one of the benefits of accepting it in crypto, believing that it has value long-term. You can actually make a bigger salary than your peers if you accept it in crypto. For example, let's just do some quick math. You and another guy are both junior level engineers. You make $100K a year. You get it in Bitcoin, he gets it in cash. If you get it at a time, let's say like right now, we go on a bull run, it increases times 5 or times 10. Let's say times 5. You just made $500,000 this year in Bitcoin. Even though you were spending it, your spending power increases because you actually kept increasing the amount of value of the Bitcoin. So this is actually a win-win for people who use Bitcoin long term. And the guy retired in 2013. There's no telling what he's doing. But if he kept working, I mean, he'd probably be richer than Kraken after a while. So this is great to see. And Bitcoin's value long term, people, we already discussed it, 720 million% since its inception.
Crazy. And, that kind of goes along. There was another story out today. I think it was like Morgan Creek Capital saying that their CEO was saying that basically every investor should be investing in Bitcoin at this point. Like, they're saying, the numbers they put up, the analysis is like, if you're not in it right now, you're crazy.
There's something wrong with you.
And again, these are these same people who literally 2 years ago were just like, what? Hanging up the phone, you're crazy, you're wrong, you're a criminal. And now it's like, hey, you can get paid with it and you can't live without it at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. PFC Wells said local Bitcoins just showed their hand for sure. Here we go. Antonio said a good local Bitcoins replacement. You know what?
I would say Paxful. Paxful is getting a little better.
Bitcoin forum still, people. Let's not forget about, even the comment sections in our videos or the Cointelegraph comments. Your local Bitcoins, all it really was, for those who don't know, was just a website where it had everybody sign up with their username for in different locations in different regions around the world to say, hey, I'm at this Starbucks on 25th Street. Come buy some Bitcoin from me, or I'm selling Bitcoin. We can do this trade. I'm at the police station. So a good exchange, a good replacement, anything, I think. I think anything would be a good replacement. But for an actual website, that would be the only scary thing is, let's say local Bitcoins 2.0 comes out, right? Like basically a website similar to it. It's going to become like whack-a-mole again, because each time a site comes up and gets popular, as you said, they're going to get that double tap on the shoulder from the U.S. Like, whoa, you guys need KYC, AML, da-da-da.
Yep. Let's have it.
And if people are smart, they'll just shut down operation and start a new site.
Oh, yeah. It's happened before. It'll happen again.
Christopher Last said Robinhood filed for bankruptcy. Oof.
Wow.
I didn't know
that. Saw that coming. You got Jamie Foxx was the
hilarious.
One who was pushing.
Right. I forgot about that.
Was it DJ Khaled or no? He was with the Central Card.
I can't remember.
Mayweather, they were all scams. We told you that back then. Hopefully you listened.
What's going on? Alec G in the house, and shout out to Alec G, folks. Alec G is the one who makes all this video happen right now. He is our behind-the-scenes tech consultant. We appreciate all his work as well. Antonio said, try paying people in gold, Peter. I know, right? It's like the commercial. You're going to be shaving off gold for people.
Yeah, gold bricks,
you give them a gold brick. As soon as you turn around, it's going to be a dude twice your size. Like, oh, man, that's nice. Let me see it real quick.
That's my gold.
I'm going to hold it for you.
I'm going to be wearing it around my neck.
It's both our gold. I'm just going to keep it in my bank. Last but certainly not least, Maltese government awards 19 blockchain scholarships using distributed ledger technology fund.
Oh yeah, that's what we talking about.
It is here, people.
Hey, it's already started.
Fully here. That is right. The Maltese government has awarded 19 students blockchain scholarships worth a total of 160,000 euro, which is $179,000. Local publication, the Malta Independent, reports May 23rd. Before Bitcoin's Day dives into this, as a quick side note, have you all ever wondered why the euro, which is worth more than the US dollar, continues to exist? And that's because some of Europe, including the UK, owns America still. Yeah. Citizens don't even realize it.
Yeah, we're a corporation and people have investors.
Right, that's crazy. Because when you really think about that, think about how the US presses, it's no other country that's going to have, one of their dollars equals 6 of ours, right? Because everything's based off the USD, except for the euro, because they technically own America.
We still own it. Yeah, we still own.
Well, we still own. It's crazy, but whatever. Nobody wants to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
So what's going on with this? This is pretty cool.
Oh yeah. The scholarships, they were granted by Silvio Chimbri from the Parliamentary Secretary for Financial Services, Digital Economy and Innovation. They used $351,000 from the scholarship fund that was set up by the Malta Digital Innovation Authority. So that's very long for them to basically say they set up a fund, they gave money to students. This is possible because they have a distributed ledger technology way that they've used it, as well as a course that they have. According to the Malta Independent, all of the awardees will further apply for a master's degree in blockchain and distributed ledger technology. So all these people that went to this school will probably be working for IBM in the future, or whoever else has a new blockchain. And then you have a separate group of students who are actually going into law, finance, business. Oh, wow. And that just shows you the depth of blockchain degrees and technology, because we're just getting started and you already can enter blockchain into almost every sector. Not all, but almost every sector. There's something you can implement in there at some point. So shout out to them. These types of scholarship funds, they'll start popping up at big institutions. They already have. We saw the endowment fund from Harvard. They're investing in crypto businesses, so they're using it the same way. MIT, Stanford, same thing. So we're going to see this a lot, and I'm glad Malta's doing it. Might be a good place to move.
Leading the way.
Oh yeah,
leading the way.
If you want to go to college for blockchain.
All right. For the free crypto coin today, what are we doing?
Oh yeah. So for our free crypto coin today, we discussed Montana. They passed a bill to recognize utility tokens. What do you think will be the next state to enforce or to legislate some sort of utility tokens or ICOs? Let us know what you think. Put that state, put that cryptic coin address, make sure it's updated, and we will send you that free cryptic coin.
My guess is that New York is going to allow for all ICOs. Anyone can do it. Anyone can make money. Such a great state. Feel innovation. That's my guess. New York, be a leader in this thing. All right. Come on, Chuck. Lead the way.
Come on, Chuck.
Right. Other than that, that is our show. Have a happy Friday, and we will see you all Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.